What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be going over the CS guide. Now, this is going to be my guide to make you guys stronger. I know a lot of you guys are struggling with some of the newer content now that we're level 50 plus. You know, you're doing the hard frontier clash and things like that. So I know a lot of you guys want to know, how can I get my CS up, how can I get my damage up, and things like that. So I want to go over everything so you guys can understand exactly what you should be doing as far as characters and everything else. So starting out, you want to go to your weapons. Now, one of the first things you want to do is whenever you have your team, whether it's Samir, whether it's Crow, whoever it is, once you have your team and you have them all on, on your set, one of the first things you need to do is upgrade your weapons. Now, if you guys didn't know, which everyone should know, but upgrading your weapons is going to upgrade the base stats of the weapons. As you can see right here, it is going to be, as you can see right here, attack, HP, and crit. Right now, once I do this, it is going to go up. So it's going to be upgrading the base stats of the weapons, and in turn, it's going to upgrade anything that's scaling this weapon. So all of that is going to be coming along nicely and getting your CS up already. Now, on top of this, I know that a lot of people won't have dupes, but if you have any dupes, this will also get your stats up. As you guys can see, this right here is going to be upgrading your base stats as well, on top of giving you some passives and things like that. As you can see, this dupe right here would increase the weapon's base attack growth, which in turn is going to be increasing your stats in CS. So number one, make sure you guys upgrade your weapons. Number two, if you have any dupes, whether it's an SR or SSR or whatever, make sure you guys upgrade that as well. Those are the first two. The next one I want to talk about is your matrix, or your matrices. If you guys don't know, which everyone should know, matrices are what you put on your weapons. They're kind of like artifacts to a degree, I guess you could say, and they just make your weapon stronger. Now, first and foremost, SSR matrix have better stats than SR matrix. That should go without saying. But you do want to make sure that you're putting two piece sets and 4-piece sets on if you can. I know a lot of people don't have, 2-piece sets or 4-piece sets, so you can't do that. But it is still worth to put a 1-piece on just for the stats. If you guys look, you'll notice I do have two pieces for my Frigg. Now, generally, you would want this to be on another unit because this activates no matter who it's on, but I'm currently using it on her for the stats. As you guys can see right here, this is giving me crit. If I were to put an SR piece on, all of the stats would be a lot lower. So you want to make sure you have maxed out matrices, the level, and you want to put the highest rarity you can on the units. This is going to give them a lot more CS as well. The same thing goes here. I have an SSR one here and then 3 SR ones. If you look at my Tsubasa, I have an SSR one here and then 3 SR ones. I haven't leveled this one all the way up yet, but that's just because I don't have the resources and stuff like that, because I was leveling up other stuff. But yeah, generally you want to have an SSR matrix on your characters if you can. If you can't, then that's okay, but yeah. So as you can see, I do have this one because it can run crit, so I made sure to get the SSR one with crit on that piece. So make sure you guys have your matrix on, and if you guys need a guide on how to do matrix or anything like that, I do have a matrix guide, so you guys can, go over there if you guys want to check that out. Moving on, after we talked about all that, let's go ahead and go to the backpack. Now we want to talk about the gear. So if you guys didn't know, there is also gear in this game. You want to make sure you're leveling up the gear slots, right? These 15, 15, 15, 16, 17, these are the gear slots. These are not leveling up the gear pieces, but the slot for the gear. You'll notice if I remove this, as you can see, it's still on there. Let's say I put this on though, I don't have it. And what that means is it's the gear slot though. So let's say I equip this, I can transfer the gear slot stats over. So like I said, the gear slot is the 17, 15, and things like that. Now, on top of upgrading the gear slot, because the gear slot will give you a lot of different stats, you can upgrade the gear pieces. As you guys can see, This one right here is 0 stars. There's no stars on it. And this one right here is 4 stars. So I've upgraded this. Now, if you guys want to know about gear, I also have an advanced gear guide. So if you guys want to know everything about that, you guys should head over to that video where I cover everything super in depth. Right? So now that we've talked about all of those things, we talked about matrix, weapons, gears, etc. The last thing that I want to talk about that is going to be one of the biggest things for you guys to do, and it kind of goes hand in hand back and forth with the CS, is going to be your suppressor. Your suppressor, the idea behind this is that like your character is too strong starting out, so they have suppressed your stats, and as your CS gets higher, you can unlock your suppressor more and more, giving you even more stats and making you a lot more stronger. So as you guys can see, I need to reach 29,500 CS to unlock my next suppressor, and in doing so, I will be getting an increase in some of my stats. Now, for the 5.4 suppressor, I won't be getting any attack or resistance, but I will be getting a lot of HP and crit. So this is going to be another way to enhance your CS, and the reason why is because if you guys don't know, this is going to be your base stats, and your base stats will be multiplied by any multipliers or things like that inside the character kit, inside your gear or your matrix or anything like that. Basically netting you more damage and netting you a lot more CS in the long run. So make sure you guys are also doing this. I know it's not going to be the easiest thing to get your get your CS up, but as you do get your CS up, you will be getting more and more stats, equaling more and more CS, equaling more and more damage, etc., etc. Now that we've talked all about that, these are going to be the most important things for you to get your CS up. Now, obviously, if you're not a whale or anything, you're not going to have a whole bunch of dupes, but there is ways to get dupes for free to play as well. So you will probably have a couple of dupes maybe, but yeah. So you want to make sure that you level up your weapons, right? Make sure you get your weapon levels up as high as possible. You want to make sure that you are putting the right matrix or matrices on your weapons, and you want to make sure that you're leveling up your matrices as well. As you can see, I have level 55s, 55, 50, and everything like that. Your weapon cannot exceed your character level in 5s. So once we hit level 60, I can take all of these to 60. Once we hit level 65, I can take all of these to 65. But yeah, you want to make sure you're leveling up your matrices as well, on top of having, good ones on your characters. And there are ways to get matrices, and you will eventually get a lot more. And as you do, you can mix and match and switch them out. You also want to make sure you're leveling up your gear slots, and then you want to make sure you're leveling up your gear pieces. So these are going to be the ways for you guys to get your CS as high as possible, and this is going to be exactly how you dish out a lot of damage. Now, obviously, there are other ways to do more damage that don't factor into CS, as far as like relics, your simulacrum traits, and other things like that. But as far as your CS, these are going to be the things that are increasing your CS. So anyways, that is going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys did in the comment section below. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.